Hi, you beautiful people. Look at all of you. Every Friday night, I can be having the worst time. And I just get on here and you guys just make me feel so happy. And look who all, I had a lot of people that were on here early. I don't usually, just make me feel so happy. I'm like last minute preparations, and so I usually don't get on here early. But thank you all that were. That is just awesome, and thank you to my wonderful mods that are on here and helping me out as usual. That I saw Robert and Lori and Noreen and Gina. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And let's see. That I see Raised by Wolves on here too, and Ramblin' Rome's now on. Hi, girl. So many of you. Thank you so much. I'm out here in the middle of the desert, and we're going to talk about that more tonight. And so it's always wonderful to get on here and connect with you guys. And hi, Rob Wakely. Good to see you, my friend. And Pam, I saw your text, sweetheart, and I just didn't get a chance to answer you because I was getting ready to for the live chat. And we're going to talk about dust. Pam says, "Hi from Texas, amidst the Saharan dust." Oh, girlfriend, we're going to talk about dust tonight. Let me tell you. And Robert says, "Mixing it up with red glasses tonight." Yeah, I got to keep you on your toes. And Ann says, "That's a good color on me. Thank you." Hello, my darling Pearl. It's good to see you too. So many of you on here. And so again, thank you and welcome. Okay, let's see. Oh, I want to say I have some new patrons from this week. I want to say hi to Jerry, Pam. Pam's a longtime follower as well, and Santana, and Kathy, who I believe if sometimes you guys see her on here, and her YouTube name I think is KD Lippincott. But and I see hello. Sorry, I always hit the wrong thing. Anyway, I see hello YouTube 541. And I forgot until today. I saw you guys on something, and I'm like, oh, that's my friends from Oregon. And I'm sorry that I keep missing that. So many of you are showing up on here and saying hi, and I appreciate that. And Lori, thank you for putting up my link to Patreon. And again, welcome to all my new patrons. You can join us for as little as $1 a month and be a member of the Coco Fam. And I put a lot of interesting, my patrons have never told me that it's boring, but I put a lot of stuff on Patreon that I don't usually put on the internet or on the world, on YouTube anyway. Anyway, thank you guys, and Lori, thank you again for that link. And so I want to clarify something from last week. Last week, you guys, and I see all of you on here and saying hi to me and everything. Thank you. And Kimberly and Daryl, yes, thank you. And you're hot in Oregon. That leads me right into. So last week, I put up on the 19th, on Friday, on the live chat day, I put up that if I keep my head down like this, if I don't get a glare in my glasses, I put up that it was 109 degrees. And then Victoria Hinton came in on the comments on the side over there with you guys, and she goes, P.S. it did not hit 109 in Pahrump today. Well, first of all, I'm in Nye County, but I'm not necessarily in Pahrump. And all I can tell you guys is that I have a thermometer outside, and I verified it later with the manager. They have in the laundromat, they have a thermostat and everything on there. And so I verified with helium, and it did get up to 109 that day. And so I know that on like the weather forecast and everything, it didn't predict to get up that high. But I have my thermometer outside is in the shade even, you guys. It's not even in the sun. And so I just when I put up stuff like that, I mean, I like see this says 109. I didn't paint that on there, and my thermometer's not in the sun, and it's an actual temperature. So I get that wherever Victoria was in Pahrump, it might not have been 109. And I know that the Weather Channel didn't have it listed as 109. But are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? Y'all are talking about hot. Are you ready for this? Here we go. Oops, wrong one. It got on Tuesday here. It got up to 120. And so I know somebody's going to write in and go, it did not get up to 120, and it might not have, but it did here, and that's in the shade, you guys. So I had to clarify that because I'm in the desert. I'm in the desert for the summer, and so I'm going to be clarifying, posting a lot of my temperatures, and we're just going to see just how hot it gets here. Of course, I have AC, and I'm getting a new air conditioner. That's part of me setting up my homestead. And again, thank you to my earth angels. And yeah, 120. Oh, and did y'all see? Let me go back to that. Did y'all see the at 6 o'clock at night? So anyway, but it's, it's kind of like a rainstorm. It keeps everybody inside, and so it's kind of nice and quiet. And KuraQueen says, "Oh my God, that would kill me. I was horrified at 102." And Anne says she's going to keep praying for my AC to keep working. The guy, I'm meeting with him next week, and we're trying to get the ball rolling on getting stuff done. But anyway, I just wanted to say that when I post stuff like that, I'm not making it up. and a lot of people were like, your thermometer's in the sun. No, it's not. It's actually in the shade, and it's not near metal, or I mean it is hanging on a hook, but it's not facing the metal or anything. So Brenda Whitlock says, but it's a dry heat. That's what everyone says, and it really is. Being from Texas, and I'm used to humidity and everything, but it really is a dry heat. So we'll move on. I've got other things that I want to share with you. Speaking of heat and everything, how many of you know what a haboob is? I used to teach junior high science, and this reminds me of talking about the planets and everything. And I hope this doesn't offend anyone, but my junior high students, especially the junior high boys, you start talking about planets and classifications and everything, and of course Uranus comes up, and so I would make them write it and write it and write it and write it till I finally got tired of the word and didn't care about it. But I just love this word, boobs. It's hilarious. And so I looked up the definition so I could share it with you. And the definition is, a haboob is a violent and oppressive wind blowing in the summer, bringing sand from the desert. Well, that's kind of an understatement, but especially, in the Middle East and everything, they get a lot of haboobs. But we get haboobs here. I just love that word. We get haboobs here in the United States as well. But and I looked in Arizona and California have areas that get haboobs, classified haboobs, but Nevada not so much. But you guys, we had one last night. It was my first time to be in a haboob, and I was like, oh my God. Now I haven't seen, somebody can correct me, I'm sure, but I haven't had time today to look on the internet and see if there's an official classification for it last night. But let me show y'all some of what I experienced last night. This is after the 120 on Tuesday. Oh, and so if I look a little grayer, it's not because of the temperatures and everything. It's because I cut my hair way down to nubbins, and I have all the color out of my hair, you guys. I'm hair color free, and I can let it grow out now as long as I want, and no more color on my hair. Oh, look at you. Let me get this off of here. KuraQueen, thank you so much, sweetheart. She gave me a super chat tip of $20 to buy an ice block. I tell you what, I'm so grateful that this RV has a new, my hair is cracking me up, that it has a new refrigerator in it, and that I have a wonderful freezer with lots of ice. But thank you so much, KuraQueen. I appreciate that. And so anyway, I appreciate that. I keep looking at my hair now, and I'm like, I just love it because I can just do whatever I want to with it right now. It'll grow out, but anyway, no more color on my hair. So where was I? Oh yeah, that was a squirrel moment, and I lost my title, squirrel. So y'all have to look at the sign back here. how does it go? Beware squirrel. And that's from Lauri R. And I got her email, and she wasn't sure she could join us tonight or not. She was driving, but was going to try. And so I hope wherever you are, you're safe and sound, Lauri. So, okay. So, let's see. So there was a weather alert that said that there was a dust storm, and I got a second alert. But you guys, these came in like 30 minutes after I was already inside and got lambasted. And so let me show y'all what it is. And there is my beautiful niece, and she and her husband are on vacation. They are teachers, and they are going camping in Colorado. She's a niece after my own heart. She and her husband love camping. Y'all have met her on my videos before. So I'm seeing and I got another super chat tip. I'm yakking so much. I'm missing my super chat tips. Thank you guys from Priola. I once voted for a boob. I'm pretty sure I may have used to have been one. I don't know. I just love that word, boob. Priola, that is a lovely super chat tip, and you made me laugh. Thank you. And Robert, thank you. I appreciate it. You just gave me the heads up. I'm like, Mod, y'all keep me straight because, there's blonde roots underneath all this gray. All right, so here's the thing. I saw this rain cloud. Okay, that's my RV, and that's Robert's old gray, his van that he has left here. And I saw that rain cloud, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to rain. I can't believe it. It's going to rain in the desert, and I was so excited. And so I got my phone and my camera, and I went running out to see it. And then I got outside, and I saw the rain across the highway. Can y'all see that rain in that picture? I don't know. I don't know if y'all can see that rain in that picture or not. I'll put it back up, but I just have to share this with you. My friend Bertrell, she says, watch those blonde jokes, LOL. And Bertrell's blonde, so she can get after me for that. But my nephew, who's like my brother, he's only 14 months younger than me. He used to say I just dyed my hair dark, that I was really blonde. So and he loves me, so there is no offense behind that. And I'm missing another one. I don't have another. I don't know why this thing's skips super chat tips sometimes, but it skipped one evidently from Sean H. And and so if you wrote something, Sean, in your super chat tip, it didn't show up. So will you please type in the comments what you wrote? And I'm sorry I missed it, but I see Gina saying, thank you, Sean H. So thank you very much. Okay, so anyway, I saw that rain cloud, and then I saw that rain coming in. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see? No, Lauri, that's not my new email address. Hun, she put up my email address, and she put TBI Vangirl. But you guys, I have changed now. From TBI Vangirl, are y'all ready for this? I have changed from TBI Vangirl to Debra does RV life at gmail.com. So, and Robert says Sean included a thank you sticker. So thank you guys. And Sean H, thank you. He says, keep broadcasting. Love the down to earth person you are. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. And so I hope y'all can see that rain cloud there. So anyway, that rain cloud is coming in, and there it is, Lauri. Thank you. There's no bad about it, girlfriend. I'm the one that changed from a van to an RV. Anyway, I love my new moniker, Debra does RV life. And so there's that rain. Let's see. I got to find my place. My once I put a picture up, it jumps around on me, so I always miss it. Okay, so I hope y'all can see that rain coming across the highway. And usually this is what it looks like across the highway. Can y'all see how pretty and sunny and the sunset and everything? And that is the lane going across the back of the RV park. Okay, here's what it looked like when that rain quote unquote rain came in. Okay, it's getting closer and closer, and so I start running, not running, but heading toward the RV, and I'm thinking, okay, I'll stand out here and I'll get a good clip for everybody so that they can see what, the rain coming in, and that's going to be so cool. Rain in the desert, and it's not even forecasted or anything. And so I get a place, I'm standing behind Robert's van, and this is what it normally looks like, you guys. See how pretty that is, and the clouds and everything. Okay, well, I'm going to share a very short clip with you of the rain that came in. Are you ready? Here you go. Okay, it wasn't rain. It was a haboob. It was a dust storm. And I couldn't even, by the time I realized that it was dust and stuff and not rain, and I put my phone in my back pocket and I went running for the RV door, and I couldn't get the door open. The wind was blowing so hard. And by the time I got inside, I was just covered in dirt and dust. I took a shower and it was like I'd been to the beach. It was crazy. And by the time I got done with that and I got out, you couldn't even see the trees and everything right next to me. It was insane, you guys. And let's see. And oh, Judy Abernathy, look at you. She says, thank you for being you. Love you, Debra. I love you too, Judy. And thank you, everyone. I work really hard to try and bring you content and to stay in touch and to share my life with you. And when y'all give me support and encouragement like that, it just means the world to me. So thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, so I couldn't get the door open, and I came in, and like I said, I was all dirty and everything, and then I couldn't see. You couldn't see anything. Is like, and I called Robert, and I'm all, I'm kind of freaked out, and he's trying to talk me down off a ledge because the RV's just doing like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'd never been in that before, and you literally could not see anywhere, and so the weather alert saying it was a dust storm and warning and take care and an extreme hazard and precautionary, take cover, get out of your cars and blah blah blah, came in like 30 minutes after it hit. So I was like, oh my phone started blowing up with all these alarms and everything. I was like, thanks a lot, that didn't help very much. But then today, you guys, look what Gina sent me. They had damage at their house, and that she's about, I don't know, Gina, what are you, about 90 miles away from me or something? But she goes, yeah, the high winds got here too. We had a lot of damage. I just love that sense of humor. Her lawn flamingo fell over. There was some damage here. There was some downed limbs, and some picnic tables actually went flying through the air, but we were okay here. Anyway, thank you guys. Let me see if I can catch, before I keep going, let me see if I can catch up on some of this. Oh, good. Buddy and Doug are on here. That's good to see. Doug says, hello, Debra and everyone else. Sorry I'm late. That's okay, buddy. You are just on time. And Susie wants to know how Bandit handled the storm. He was fine. He kept looking at me like, is everything okay? But he didn't seem to really notice. There wasn't... it was just a lot of wind and dust, and you couldn't see, but he just really didn't seem to notice very much. And Robert says the haboob was the counterpart to his hailstorm last week. That's true. He's got a good hailstorm video on his channel, so you guys check that out. Brenda Whitlock says flamingo down, and Lori Smith says lawn flamingos are people too. Y'all crack me up. And Freddie says that his RV 34 feet shakes when his dog scratches her ears. And I used to have 25-foot bumper pull trailer, and I had to put extra supporting jacks underneath it because it was the same way. And Sean says he saw my picnic table being unloaded. No way would it blow away. No, it wasn't my picnic table, but one really did go flying. It was crazy. And uh, yes, I'm gonna have to. It sandblasted everything. It's pretty crazy. And Janie says Haboob sounds like a cool haircut. Okay, so I have a Haboob haircut with a COVID braid. How's that? Will that work for you guys? Let's see. Okay, let's jump into some viewer questions. And I really am enjoying what all you guys are sharing tonight. Thank you. Um, so some viewer questions. Oh, here's a good one for you. Cheryl J says that she's in the process of buying a minivan, and congratulations, Cheryl. Good luck to you on that. She wants to know what make and model I suggest. And I'll be honest with you, I am not a good source for such things, but I have a mod on here, and my best friend Robert is on here. And he has some Nomad courses that I recommended to her, and I recommend to everyone. It's called a Nomad Lifestyle 101. And if you want to know how anything about, he's just got a whole outline of courses, and you can do them online at your own convenience. Oh, and looky there, Lauri added the course right there so that you guys can look it up. And it is a lifetime one-time fee, and it's very inexpensive, and he keeps it updated digitally, so it's never out of date. And anyway, so I always refer people to that course because I'm not the expert for something like that, but Robert is. And so if you have questions on how to be a nomad on any level, please go check that out. And let's see, what else? What other viewer questions do we have? Speaking of Robert, okay, you guys, last week I gave him a shout out after he left because he did so much for me. And Robert, I really, really, truly appreciate you. But he got over 100 shout outs from all of my viewers, and I am so proud of that. And here Susan Ray wants to know, does Robert have a brother just like him? Robert does have a brother. He's married. He's in Cambridge, New York. Hi, Leslie and Clifton. And then I had over 100 shout outs. And then Laughing Blue Sue says Robert is like the Lone Ranger coming to the rescue of a damsel in distress. Who was that masked man? I wanted to thank him. And I just love that you people are my viewers and my patrons, my Coco fam, and my friends and family are so loving and giving. And so Robert, I'm going to share with you, that's him. He is up in Wyoming, and with his grands, that's him walking through a field. His daughter took that picture without him realizing it, with his two of his granddaughters and two of his 5 granddaughters, and they went camping, and I love them. They just do the most fun things. And here's another picture of him with his a 3rd granddaughter. Well, I don't have all 5 of them today, but you guys check this out. This is his next to the youngest granddaughter, and this is just a few seconds. Y'all be ready. Here you go. Are you ready?
No, look at the butterflies.
I just think that is so funny. So watch it. She's looking at him, and he goes to take a picture of her, or a video of her, and she just falls over.
No, look at the butterflies.
And her other sister is talking about butterflies. I just think that is hilarious. Anyway, so Robert has been with a family and doing really well up there. And I appreciate, Robert, every time you send me something and share it with me. Thank you so much. And so viewer questions. Let's see. Let me see if what I've missed here. Lisa Adams is on here. Hello, my darling. She says, hello, lovely lady. Hi, Lisa. I hope that you are continuing to recover well, my darling. And and Nomadic Rat Pack says that they're new here and they're burning up the road. Sent them. Yeah, that's wonderful. Lucretia is one of my patrons, and you guys check out their channel. Let's see. Uh, Jen says the USA gets 800 million tons of dust from the Sahara every year, according to NASA. It all landed on me the other night. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, I think I'm caught up. I'm not sure. I think I'm caught up. All right, so let's see. Where am I on viewer questions? Oh, yes. All right, Janet Jacoby, and she was at my meetup this year, and she introduced herself as Damn It, Janet. She said that's the way people can remember her name. So this is Damn It, Janet Jacoby, according to Janet, not me. But she was talking about the oleanders that I show that are outside my rig, and they're beautiful oleanders, and she is right. Oleanders are toxic to all animals, not just dogs. They're toxic to every species, and including humans. And but they belong to the park. And I asked the manager, and I can trim them, I can keep them picked up, I can keep them raked and everything, but I cannot take them down. And so it's not up to me. And so all I can do is be very, very, very careful with me, any visitors, and Bandit, of course. And so I will. But a lot of people were like, hey, those oleanders are poisonous. And yes, you're right, they are. And I have 108 of you on here right now, or I did have, and I have about 55 thumbs up. Thank you very much. If y'all would hit that thumbs up button for me, I would sure appreciate it. And every little bit helps, I promise. And so let's see. Oh, now this one I'm going to answer. So Elizabeth Libero, I hope I'm saying her last name right. She says, what was the deal with assisted living, and do you have health problems? I guess that she had watched the video this morning or the Friday Night Live last week where I had mentioned that I'm so grateful that I didn't have to go there. And it made me realize I have a lot of new viewers that oh my goodness, I have to give a shout out right now to my friend Chuck and Letty that just joined us, and then Steve and Beverly as well. Everybody that takes time out to come join me when you've got so much going on in your lives, I especially appreciate it, and I know that applies to a whole lot of my viewers on here tonight. But I am sending you guys great love, and Lisa and Doug as well. Anybody that has been in the hospital, is in the hospital, or is recovering greatly. I'm grateful that you're here, and it just makes my heart sing to see your names pop up. So thank you. So that was another, oops, wrong way. That was another squirrel moment. Oh yeah, okay, I left it up here. So now I know what I'm talking about. So assisted living, I realize I have a lot of new viewers. So let me just run through it real quickly. About 20 years ago, I got a brain injury from my stepson, not stepson, my foster son, who I was in the process of adopting, and he was Down syndrome. It was not his fault, but that was my initial brain injury. And then about 10 years ago, I had brain surgery because I had scar tissue building up from that injury, and it was a one-time shot. And it worked. I'm above ground and not drilling, but the symptoms recurred, and about 6 years ago, I had to quit work and go on disability, and it was the hardest thing I think I've ever done. I thought that was harder to me than recovering from the original traumatic brain injury, and I call myself a TBI thriver. And so that is the what happened initially. And then about 2 years ago, I just really took what I would call a downhill turn. I don't know how else to explain it. I tell people I would look down and I'd have one shoe on, and I wouldn't know whether I was taking them off or putting them on. And so my doctor put me on Aricept last summer, and that is an experimental drug for brain injury patients, but it is normally prescribed for Alzheimer's and dementia, and it gave me my life back, and I am very, very, very grateful. And, you know, every day is a gift, and we don't know how many days, seconds, minutes we have left, but I am enjoying life to the fullest. I still can't read books. I keep trying, but I still I can't retain that many words strung together, so I can't read books and I can't do math. And I used to teach junior high science, so that's an odd thing for me to not be able to do even the basic of math sometimes. So I am just sharing that because I've had a lot of people that have been watching and they're going, what's the deal with you and what's TBI? And Elizabeth, thank you for answering that. And I hope that answered that question. And I hope that I ran through it fast enough that it wasn't too boring or laborious, because I know a lot of you already know my story, but that's for the ones that are new here, and welcome. And so that kind of leads me into, I wanted to also clarify. I've had people asking, what, why the desert? And that's a lot of. I've shared that before, but I don't think I ever did it very succinctly. But why the desert has a lot to do with my illness, and I'll just run through that also real quickly. Let me get my notes here. So I wanted something that was in proximity to my doctors, and there are specialists in Las Vegas that I can see. I needed something, clearly that had internet, and I needed something that had supplies nearby, and moderate weather. And I know that, a haboob might not be considered moderate weather to a lot of people, but for me it was. And I hope that is that because I'm not going to be here year round. I'm here this summer because of COVID and everything. But so that's another reason that I chose the desert, and a political environment. And I don't want to get into politics. I don't mean right, left, any of that crap. I mean, I wanted somewhere where there wasn't riots, where there wasn't, a lot of people at war and all of the stuff that's going on in our country. And so I got way out in the middle of the desert. I'll be honest with you. That was part of my reasoning. And I needed expanded state aid, and there's not many states that would meet those other needs that had that. And I wanted no state income tax and no emission testing. And so when I made my list of priorities, and that's what I encourage you to do, is make a list of what's important to you, what you need, and then when you start narrowing it down, it really, whether it's retirement, you're going to go somewhere different for a retirement, or to live as a nomad or something, it really helps you narrow that down. And so with that in mind, Aerosep gave me back my life. I now have this wonderful rig and home base, and I chose to be in the desert for those reasons. And it reminded me that we've got July 4th is coming up, and I think let freedom ring. I've been given my life back, and we've got July 4th coming up, and I hope for everyone in this country that it can be a time of celebration, and that we look at the positive and enjoy that. And I hope I can share something next week, because it'll be July 3rd, that gives everyone something uplifting. But I want to hear from you of what brings joy to your life, and what does freedom look like to you, because we've got that July 4th holiday coming up. So let me hear from you on that. Okay, let me come back over here and check and see what I've got on comments. People are saying they're sorry they're late. Heck, I'm just glad you're here. Thank you. Let's see. I'm reading. I'm sorry, that's probably very boring to you guys right now. But and people are saying that they gave me thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate that. And let's see. I see. Wondering Woman says she is starting. Wondering Wild Woman, she's starting work on her vans. Curtains are being sewn as Debra speaks. That is so wonderful. I am so glad, and I love hearing when people get new rigs and are doing new things to their homes. Okay, I think. Oh, Pam says, but so glad you can still write books. Pam has bought both my books, and even when I was at the cabin in Colorado with our friend Beth, and I looked up one evening, and Pam and Beth and the other two friends that were there, they all four were sitting around the fireplace reading my book, and it just touched my heart, and I'll never get that image out of my head. And the same with Sandy Jam Jam Van. She bought a book, one of my books, for four of her daughters for Christmas, and she sent me a picture of the five of them around the Christmas tree with my book. So that means a lot to me, and you guys are awesome. And I'm trying to, and Lauri Lauri, you are on it tonight, girlfriend. She put up the link to my books. Thank you so much, as did Robert. But Lauri beat you, Robert. I love you guys. I have the best mods ever. And Adventures with Jane, Mark and Irene, Joy, Cats and Bourbon. whatever it is for you guys, share. I mean, within moderation. I want to hear. I really do want to hear as we're coming up on the 4th of July. Let freedom ring. What brings you your joy points? All right. So where am I? It's like I keep going the wrong way. Squirrel. I just keep. I see where I hit my hand on the door last night trying to get in. It was brutal, you guys. Haboobs. And if you're late joining and you don't know why the heck I'm yelling out Haboob, it's kind of my new squirrel. Bandit update. We need some bandit coming in here. Let's see. Okay. I'm reading comments and trying and everything instead of talking. Sorry, because I know that's dead air to you guys. That's why I keep talking, and I always feel like I'm just rambling. But if I don't, y'all are just sitting there looking at me reading, and that's got to be just boring. So let me come back to a couple of things. So Doug says, guess who just had a birthday yesterday. I don't know who that is, but I hope you'll share. Oh, and look here. Gailen L says she just ordered my book from Amazon. Thank you. That makes me so happy. Did you order the digital or the paperback print, Gailen? It doesn't matter. I'm just curious, and I hope I'm saying your name right. So thank you. Let's see. Oh, Peaches H is on here. I missed it, but I see people saying hi to her. Oh, there she is. Welcome, everybody. Okay, let me see. Squirrel. I can't help it. Okay, we were at Bandit updates. Okay, so I am working with Bandit on, because we have a lot of time together. He's probably going to be sick of me by the summer. But because we have a lot of time together, I'm working with Bandit on getting over the things that make him growl and bite. And y'all aren't going to be able to see it, but I have to be real careful with him. I've got scars all over my hands from him biting. But and my cousins Mike and Cindy are on here, sending them prayer and love. Cindy's mother was just put on hospice this week, dear Beverly, and so my heart and love is with you guys, and I'll call tomorrow. Love you guys. So I am working with Bandit on. But Doug says he was the birthday boy yesterday. Happy birthday, Doug. I got to quit looking at y'all's comments because I'll never get through this segment about Bandit. So he has certain things that trigger him, and it took a long time to figure out what his triggers were, because when I first got him, everything triggered that little boy. But anything when he's being touched from like his shoulders back, it's game on. He still has not food aggression, but he protects his food. And and his toys, he protects his toys. And so I am working with him on picking him up and grooming him, not grooming him, but brushing him and desensitizing him to being leery of that. And he is doing so good, and he is really doing good at sit. He's starting to learn shake. But I had to get him over. I've had him for 8 months now, and I had to get him over most of his trauma and his fear and his aggression toward me when I tried to do things with him. And so he is doing really good. I want to share some pictures with you that I've been taking this week. when I get when he gets better at responding to the training that we're going through, I'll share some videos of that with you. But this is after one session. He looked at me, and I don't do it very long. I only do like about 10 commands at a time. But he was like, I'm done, and he went and laid down. And this is one, I don't know if y'all can tell what's going on in this picture. But so the black chair, that's the driver's chair that's turned around, and that's his little hedgehog that he plays with that's laying in the chair. And then he came over on the footstool to get next to me to my desk chair, and is just looking at me. And I thought, does he need water? Does he want to go outside? And none of that. He just wanted me to touch him. And so that is huge progress that he's coming around and he's like, touch me, pet me. And so I was typing for a while one-handed because I had to put a hand down with him and pet him. And anyway, I'm just so proud of him for the progress he's making. And oh, looky there, Amy Blank, super chat. Seems like you're doing so well. I love the new place, Amy. I'm just so blessed, and I am doing well. And I wouldn't be here without my wonderful viewers and people that have supported me. And I just sent out an email today to as many people as I could think of that have had a part in getting me here, and that includes my wonderful viewers. And so thank you for that super chat tip, Amy. I really appreciate it. Let's see, a couple more pictures of Bandit. How long have I been on here? We're doing okay. I wish this thing would not, I say that all the time. I wish it wouldn't skip around. I skip around for both of us without the software skipping around. Oh, so Bandit is learning. He used to, when I first got him, he would not stand up at all. He stayed protective of his body because he was a bait dog and he didn't want anything being able to get to him. So he's getting freer and he's walking around more and he's looking out the windows more. And here's another one of him looking out the other window. And I'm so proud of him. And what he is watching, you guys, is the birds, and that's my weekly spotlight. Let's talk about the weekly spotlight. So a lot of people helped me gave me some ideas about what to do for my patio, and I'm not too big on outdoor lights because I like to see the stars, and there's enough light pollution in the world without me adding to that. So I'm not too big on outdoor lights, and I don't do wind chimes and everything, and especially in an RV park, and most RV parks don't let you do that because a lot of people don't like them, and they've got a lot of people in the park to watch out for. So I don't do those two things, but I'm going to try, as I have money, to do like flowered pots around, and I'm doing some decor and everything. But the one thing, and I can't feed birds because that gets too expensive. In Austin, where I'm from, I was only 11 species away from having a certified backyard wildlife habitat, and it had taken me like 3 years to get to that point. And I did that by feeding a lot of birds and a lot of different critters and everything, and I can't afford to do that. But what I can do is put out water for the birds and attract them that way. And so until I can get a more sophisticated system, this is just a clay saucer and one of those spray misters, and I don't know if you can see the spray up there at the top spraying into the trees or not, but the birds love it, and I'm so blessed to be able to. They come around and they check it out. But I got to share something with you. Janie Roy says, I guess all us girls will be known as Debra's Haboobs. That's just so wrong and so dang funny. And if you've missed why we're talking about Haboobs, you're gonna have to go back and watch the beginning of the live chat to know why. Because I was in a Haboob last night, and I define what it is if you don't know what it is. But Lori says that it was cool that I had a certified wildlife habitat in my backyard. Yes, and in most states will do that. It's a very rigorous program. You have to certify so many viewing hours and so much viewing time, and have it documented with pictures and have it verified and all of that. But anyway, so I was very close to having my yard certified as a backyard wildlife habitat. And so I've been watching the birds here, and let's see, that's this I call it a spray mister that attracts the birds. But here is, look at this, you guys. This is right outside my window. I just love this. So I look outside my window all the time, and that is um, a yellow-headed blackbird. And I get all kinds of exotic animals, and you wouldn't think I would here in the middle of the desert, but I look out there all the time, and there's always something very colorful and bright and beautiful, and it just amazes me. And so, and I'm gonna share. This is another one. This is a baby bird. I didn't capture it when I'm gonna have to get. Well, I don't have to, but one of the things eventually I would love to have is a camera where I could click it and it comes on, because this baby bird that I'm fixing to show you, it literally, I saw it come down out of the nest, and I didn't capture that. It's a little bit older. It's got its down and everything, but it's a little bit older. But it's like calling for its mom and wanting her to come feed it. And right at the end, it jumps up on the limb right when she comes to feed it. And so you can't really, you might not be able to see that. I'm going to let you see if you can. But this is the kind of stuff that I sit here and work and look out my window and see. And so birds are my thing. That's why I'm one of the reasons why my rig's called Freebird. Check this out. So anyway, that was a baby bird, and I have lots of them. And so that's kind of it. I wanted to catch you guys up this week, and I've got 100 thumbs up, and 139 of you are still on here with me. Thank you so much for that. And I'm enjoying. I was reading. I was a little bit late coming back because I was reading y'all's comments and catching up with you guys. And y'all really make my week every time coming through here and spending time with me. And are y'all enjoying? Have y'all seen the drop videos that I'm doing on Friday mornings from the Friday Night Live? It's for the people that don't really watch the Friday Night Live, and so that they can come and watch a segment of it, at least, of something that we talked about. And anyway, let me know about that too. But I think that's it for me. I've been reading the comments, and oh, Dennis Delory is on here. Hello, my friend Dennis. There's so many of you on here. Um, thank you so much. I look forward to reading. I always go back later and try to read them and catch up with what you guys said. Gypsy Soul Wanderer says your happiness shows in your face. Yeah, I've been given another lease on life, and I get to live in a beautiful home again. And for somebody who wasn't supposed to even see 2016, I'm pretty dang blessed and happy. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, Gina says, I've always, I hit the wrong one. Sorry. Where'd Gina go? Gina was saying something about the birds. Hang on, you guys. I hit the wrong comment. There we go. Gina says, I've always wondered how the birds survive this heat here. Me too. I'll try to get a little clip of it, but when I turn my mister on, and they just they come in flock. They don't even wait until I move away. They are just so ready for that to come on. And I try not to turn it on until it's close to above 95 or close to 100 anyway, and then I turn it off in the evenings. But they one of the things I've noticed, and I'd never seen it before, is they literally never close their mouths. They're panting like dogs all the time, even with that water running and them splashing in the water and everything. And I didn't know birds did that, but the panting is one thing, I guess. Oh, Cody. Hi, Cody. Cody says, love your braid. Looking good, Deborah. Thank you, Cody. This is my COVID braid. And in case y'all are wondering what a COVID braid is, so I was in Alabama when everything shut down and you couldn't go to a hairdresser or anything, nothing was open. And I cut my own hair, but I decided to leave this part long. And I decided to cut my hair to get to this goal of no more coloring my hair. It's finally, all the color has now, as of day before yesterday, I think, been cut out of my hair. And now I'll let it grow. But this is what I call my COVID braid because it got, the rest of my hair got cut during the COVID braid to start getting rid of the color. But I decided to keep this. And I hope to keep it until we are past this global pandemic and until we're past the national pandemic, and we'll see. And then I'll cut it off and I'll give it to Locks of Love, which goes to making wigs for cancer patients. So that's my goal. Anyway, that's my COVID braid. Everybody, I think I'm done. And I love you for being on here with me tonight. Thank you. And Peter and Kodiak. Peter says, sorry, I'm late for the party. Hello, everyone. It's all right, Peter. Glad you're here. And I appreciate all your support. And Lauri is saying goodbye to my mods. So I think that's it, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up. Please smash that thumbs up before you leave. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do, and hit the bell so that you get notified when I put up new videos. And we'll do it again next Friday, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, and I'll see you then. Much love, everybody. Bye.